hearts pumping, the road flies by. Will we make it? We have to try. Chasing twilight with two high beams. Is this real or are you a dream? Mist and confusion, a buzz in my ear. Darker than midnight, there's nothing to fear. We're gonna make it, our fingers are crossed. I can't live without you, my compass is lost. Dawn is breaking, I feel you near. Pushing the limits, the sun has appeared. No walls before me, the mists have cleared. I'm coming to get you, I feel you near. If I fly too high, will you catch me? If I melt my wings, can I fall into you? If I fly too high, will you catch me? If I melt my wings, can I fall in?
Welcome back. I'm CJ. Today we are building a 3-bay compost bin system for my dad. The dimensions are 21 by 8, which gives us 6 foot by 7 foot bays.
Welcome back. Some years ago, we made a triple bin composting system down on the island of Grenada, and I was quite proud of it. It wasn't well made, but it worked. This is smaller than this one. So now that we're back in the States, we really need more compost for our plant nursery. We're trying to sustainably make all of our own potting soil. That means we're not getting perlite shipped in from a few thousand miles away. We're not getting peat moss from Canada. We're not getting cocoa waste stuff from somewhere in the tropics. We are trying to source everything locally. So we've been able to source rotten pine, we've got peanut waste, and we have lots of chicken, which is obviously, chicken pot pie, chicken potting soil, very similar etymology. So compost is our limiting factor. We've got lots of bulking material that works well for potting soil, but we want lots and lots of good compost mixed in as well. I've already thrown in here some of the rotten pine waste and thrown in some of the peanut waste from a peanut processing facility, and then I made a sandwich here, a chicken sandwich where the chicken goes in the middle. The chicken is actually a green layer because it's full of nitrogen. Of course, there's a lot of minerals in those chicken bones and in that chicken meat. We're talking very, very hot material. And this is at the back of our property. So if the dog decides to come out here and root around in it or make a little bit of a mess, it's really not that big a deal. But the trick is really, most of the time, if you got something like this, if you can get a nice big pile going, you can put the chicken or deer carcasses and that kind of thing right in the middle of it and cover it up. So if we put a few more layers on here, we could just keep going. It's just like making a big cake, and we can go all the way out to the edges here, let this material rot down, and that nitrogen is going to get this carbon hot. And then when we use it for our plant nursery, we will have to put it through a sifter, and we'll get the bones out of it, and then the bones will go into our gardens or something. Because I think, you know, if somebody buys a potted plant and they pour out the pot and it's full of bones, that's kind of a little nerve-wracking. It's not necessarily the best marketing. So that stuff will go in our gardens, or we'll burn them, make them bone char, or, you know, whatever. Throw them back in the pile and let them go a couple of times. It'll be fine. Way better than throwing it in a landfill. And we get about, I don't know, 18 boxes or so of this chicken every week. We also have something really nice from a local coffee shop. These are grounds from the coffee shop. They smell really, really nice. It makes me want to go inside and have a cup of coffee. Or actually, like I often do, I go buy coffee from the coffee shop. But this here, lots more minerals, lots more materials. And we're also keeping it out of the waste stream. And as we get all kinds of grass clippings and other things, we can keep layering in here, and all through the fall and winter, whatever extra we have, we'll go in here, and then we can have a ton of compost sometime late spring, early summer, probably, depending on how it goes, how much rain we get, how much we take care of it, and how much we decide to turn it. But this composting style system is a little bit more of a commercial system. You don't need something like this. I've been composting for years in piles, inside of pallets, inside of little bins, with, you know, doing worm composting or putting things in barrels and making compost tea, making a trench in the garden and burying a bunch of materials. If I had a source of chicken bones or slaughter waste or catfish waste, or let's say that you know, you got a friend who goes hunting and he butchers the deer, okay, go and get that rest of that deer carcass. A lot of it gets thrown out. The offal and the organs and the head and all that stuff. Dig trenches in your garden, bury them in there. Tons and tons of potential fertility. You could feed plants for seasons on something that rich. So think about the calories in venison, and then think about how much you're actually putting into your garden. There's a lot there. Deer gather minerals from a wide range, so that's what you want. If you get meat materials, go ahead and compost it. Put it in a trench if you're worried about the animals getting it, you know. Or have a closed-in bin. If you have a closed-in bin, some wire or something around it, you can do this sort of thing in the city. We actually composted raw sewage, composting toilet system in the city, and never did anybody know the better, because we kept all of our fall leaves and lots of straw and stuff, and we would dump it in this old refrigerator and cover it over. As soon as we dumped it, dump the buckets, rinse the buckets out, like immediately cover it over, and we do it in the middle of the day when everybody was out at work. And we did that for at least a year as an experiment when I was doing research for the book Compost Everything. You know, will this system work? Is it feasible? Yes, and it works. So you can compost meat, you can compost lasagna, you can compost just about everything, and it's so much better than seeing all this stuff go into the waste stream. It's not just your lettuce scraps and stuff you can compost. You can compost really just about any organic material, including your enemies. So if you want to learn more about the book and how to safely compost things, I'll put a link below. I think you'll enjoy that. But we're just, instead of getting stuff from far away, we want to do everything as local as possible. And I know some people are going to be like, well, don't they spray some stuff on peanuts, or isn't coffee a heavily sprayed crop? Yeah, some of those things are, but compost also binds up a lot of toxins and recycles things. Nature is very good at fixing problems, and I'm not worried about it. I think it's way better than throwing it away. We'll let the fungi fix it, and we will make our own potting soil. It's technically organic, and it works really well. We've composted everything for years, and I wouldn't stop doing it. I wouldn't start throwing things away. So, no, don't you get in there, Betsy. Betsy, what is in here? What's in here? What's in here? Is there chicken in it? Do you smell something weird? Do you smell something weird? No, Betsy. You got your own food. All right, thanks for joining me. Catch you all soon. Be sure to check out the book Compost Everything, and I'm very excited about this system. 6 foot wide, almost 8 foot deep, 3 bays. This is tons and tons of compost. This is many cubic yards, and it's finally big enough that I feel like we can make compost on almost a commercial scale. And we'll put in biochar, we'll put in ashes, we'll probably sprinkle it with kelp meal. I'll throw a little clay in here. When we butcher the pigs, that'll go in here. All that stuff goes in here. All the grass clippings. That's very exciting. It's about time. And my son and his friend Sam, CJ and Sam, did just absolutely incredible block work. They set this whole thing up, got the concrete cast, and built it all over the course of a couple of weeks. And it is super pro, and it will last forever. It's beautiful block work. Thanks for joining me. Catch y'all next time. Be sure to check out the links below, and we'll be seeing this a lot in the future. Catch you next time. Until then, may your thumbs always be green.
It's a shame throwing all these scraps away. Wonder what else I could do with it. Thanks to David the Good, I compost everything.